Good morning. So we know that with the weather getting nicer, sales are starting. There's auctions, estate sales, rummage sales, all kinds of sales. And this is the time. If you're into this, if you like to purchase, to make items, to sell items just for fun, you look for items. And this year I have specific items that I'm looking for, but whatever really catches my eye, I'll go towards and just kind of work it into whatever market or type of venue I'm selling at. And yesterday I seen there was a rummage sale, and I was like, oh, I should go to that. And then I kind of forgot about it. And then I remembered it when it had already started, but I said, you know what? I'm not going to let that stop me, because I'm the type of person that likes to, if I'm going to get there, I want to get there first. But that doesn't always happen. And this is proof that that doesn't always matter either, because there was tons of great stuff there. This is not the entire haul. This is most of the smalls from the haul. If you've seen my photo I posted yesterday with some of the pieces loaded in the van, I had some little antiques, vintage, like parlor tables. They're getting prepped to be painted. And then there was a mid-century modern bookshelf that I'm probably going to keep as a display or use it as my home, because I have so many books. But I'm just going to kind of go through. I want to show you what I found, and then also kind of what I'm working on right now for the Hobnob Hoopla Market. If you guys are enjoying this, if you're interested in seeing more of these types of videos, if you could like, comment, say hello, that lets me know to keep doing them. Feedback is always appreciated. And I do have a YouTube channel too. Everything's under Northern Vintage Decor. If you're new here, my name's Heather, and I'm not going to show my face today because it's early, and let's be real, I'm just not ready and I don't feel comfortable. But I do want to show you, so I've been working with a lot of various small items. I'm always excited when I stumble upon vintage spools of thread. These wooden spools are just so cute to me, and they're just very, I don't know, they're simple, but there's just something about them. So anytime I see items like this, I like to pick them up if the price is right. I like the little labels on them, and just like I said, the wooden spools, they don't even have to have the thread on them. You can make a lot of crafts out of these. So I found a bag of these, and I was just really happy about that, and I added them. You can see all the different types of labels on here. So again, even the labels I'm a sucker for. I love paper, I love ephemera, I buy it. So if you have, let's see, 10 cents, that's how old it is. If you have it for sale, you can always send me a message, heather@northernvintagedecor.com. I love botanical and bird prints. Hey everybody who's joining. I'm just kind of showing you a haul from yesterday. These little vintage wooden blocks, I'm always into buying these too. And then I really liked this little wire metal shelf just to kind of add my paper and smalls to. I don't think it's very old, but I did like the style of it. It's probably considered vintage, and there's a little bit of rust to add to the character on there, which of course I liked. And then I like the color on this. And this one is probably a little bit more modern, but it was added. I got these in a little grab and go bag. And then there's this one. Like I said, I'm a sucker for the labels. And here's an old vintage dice. I was working already this morning. Don't mind my hands. And yes, I need to get my nails redone. It's market mode, you guys. It doesn't stop. You know how it is. So all right, so that was really exciting to find, and I'll show you what I started doing for the market, Hobnob Hoopla. I made these jars up. So I have tons of vintage and antique ball and different kinds of canning jars, and I just love little like grab and go items, whether they're in jars or baggies, and I love making the junk journals, as some of you may know. So I added some of my ephemera, some of my fabric scraps, my papers. There's some vintage wooden clothespins, just all kinds of stuff. They're filled with these little jars, and I'm going to have them available during the market season. And then down here, these were from the rummage sale yesterday, and Can anyone guess what I'm going to do with these? So I'll let you think about that for a minute, and then I'll come back to these and I'll share with you what I'm going to do with these. Each one I'm going to do the same thing, but it's a single item for each one. That's a hint. I hope that's a decent hint. And then these I thought were so cool. I found these last minute on the way out. I knew that they were metal. They're like a nice quality metal, and that they were probably from the 60s. They're actually made in Denmark, and they're Christmas star candle holders. So you can see right there, made in Denmark. And these I'm probably just going to sell as a set of 5. So I thought that these would be fun on somebody's mantle with some tapestry candles for the season. And then over here, I also found these, and they're made in Italy. And they're these little decorative frames, and they have different cloth images in the inside. And then on the back, they're probably little ornaments, and I'm not exactly sure, but you can see it says made in Italy. Nice metal ornate frame, and I'll probably add these to one of my grab and go packs. You could definitely use these for a variety of craft and repurposing items. So they do have the different fabric prints inside, and then there is the hanging piece on the back. So there's those 3. And the other item I came across was this pottery, this yellow bird. There's no marking on it, and I'm assuming that's for a candle. I just stuck some faux lavender in there. It's in good condition. I didn't notice any cracks or chips. I love birds. It's the perfect time of year to stumble upon items like this. If you see these, I definitely would recommend picking stuff like this up. People love birds. It's the season. Really, all year round, you can sell bird decor, but especially in the spring and summertime. So there was that. And then this I found, I think they're pronounced cloche. I do generally like to grab these if the price is right. Hey, Jill. And I just added, it had the wood base. This is the glass top. And then so in here, I just added, I don't know if you've seen some past videos ago, I added some faux moss balls that I made up. So I just stuck one in there with some faux lavender. I just thought that gave it, to be honest, it was something I had really quick on hand to just show off, and I thought it looked pretty good together. But you can do whatever you want in here. You could build up like a little fairy garden under there. You could people use these for food too. Just make sure the one you get is food safe for the base if that's your choice. But yeah, I love these. If the price is right, I usually pick these up. And then I'm always looking for ephemera, different little books, things I can make stuff with. There was a bag of all these little kids, little books and pages, and I just think that they're super cute, super vintage. I'm probably, some of them are just pages, so I'll probably make these as that one's super cool. I haven't even seen all these, so like I said, I've been just go, go, go. So what you're seeing is pretty much what I'm seeing too. If it's something I know I can use and I like it and I'm at an estate sale and the price is right, I usually just add it to the pile. Her prices were excellent. There wasn't really any need to even negotiate because her prices were so great. And I was just so grateful. It's really awesome to stumble upon sales like that. So there's just packs of stuff here. I'll probably lot these up in little grab and go ephemera packs. They would, and then whoever really specializes in children's craft making, they'll probably scoop those up. Now, these were absolutely beautiful. They're these little, I don't know if they're napkins. Somebody who knows these, they're old and they're handmade. Napkins, table placements, probably little table placements. I just think these are absolutely gorgeous. And they kind of go with the theme I'm bringing to the Hobnob Market, the golds and just all the beautiful trim. And I loved them. So let me show you. I have a whole bag of linen and fabric and stuff that I got, and that's the one thing I asked if she would be willing to do a bundle deal with if I bought it all, and she did, and I just thought that was so amazing. So there's this, you can see, look at all that detail. I mean, these would take some serious time to make, and there's several of them, but I pulled these 3 out, and I'll probably use them as I'm staging up my tables for the Hobnob Market. Like, for example, let me see if this cloche would look. The cloche might cover this one up, but the little birdie would look cute on here. So let me just kind of show you. See, that just adds a little extra flair to it, and it's going to catch someone's eye because they're going to see like the beautiful colors and embroidery around the trim edge, and then I think the colors make the yellow bird pop too. So just little things like that, and maybe sometime I'll do staging videos of how to really set your tables apart because it makes a difference if you're a vendor. So there's that, and then let me go ahead and show you these. I was so happy when I found this because this is like right up my alley, you guys, and I know a lot of you like this kind of stuff too. There's this vintage ornate vanity tray, and let me get the stuff off it. I know you've seen these before in my videos. If I find them and the price is right, I like to grab them. And they just absolutely go with the theme for market. The mirror's in very good condition. I do need to clean it a little bit. There might be just a little bit of mirror wear there, but overall it's great. And these are Vanity Tray mirrors. So I did get that, and it's a large one. It's probably one of the on the larger size of the items that I've had with the Vanity Tray mirrors. And I did come across some old books, and I do buy antique books. So if you have some for sale, send me a message, heather@northernvintagedecor.com. I do like to buy in bulk. When it's market season, I just go to town. It's like a whole system I have. So I make the covers at one time, I gut the books at one time. I'm sure some of you know how that goes. So this one actually has a really nice spine. Now, I haven't looked this book up yet. I don't think it's going to be of super value to sell as is. So this would be one I can most likely safely say it's okay to gut, but I would recommend, you know, if you don't know the value of the book, check on that before you just go cutting it up. I don't want you to cut up a book and realize it was worth more than, you know. So let me tell you just what I would do with this. It's a really good, it's got a really good spine. The spine is really strong with this book. So I would gut the pages out of here. And there's a technique to do it very easily. I can show that sometime. And then I would, just to reinforce the spine, I would run the masking tape down the center, or you can use Tyvek tape, or even duct tape, I believe. I just haven't done that before because the masking tape, the colors blend really nicely with the shade of most of the inside of the books already. And then, so I would gut that, and then I would use the pages, and there's all kinds of things you can do with the sheet music pages. You can stamp them and then sell them in packs, and people use them for their junk journals, art journals, ephemera. So I'll definitely get use out of the inside of these pages too. And then I'll use the actual hardcover foundation to make the journal. And it's just a really fun process, and people love using these. So I found that book there, and then I found this little black book, and this was just in a pile, and I just added it. I thought it was cute and dainty, and it's probably going to go in a little grab bag, like a grab-and-go bag at the market. You could attach this into a journal you created too. It would actually be really pretty covered, and then bind it in. So there's a lot of options. If you find these, there's a lot of crafts you can do with them. And then the next item is, I believe these are bird coasters. They're made on a really nice paper. It feels almost like a linen, but I'm not for sure if they're almost a little bit thicker than that. So hang on just a minute. All right, I had to set the phone down for a minute. Now, I was really happy to see these because, again, I think their original purpose is coasters, but there's so much you can do with these. You can add these in little grab-and-go bags. You can sell them as ephemera. These would make really fun journal cards. There is enough little bit of space to write in there, and then you could like glue them on and have another big card behind it. There's so much you can do with these, or you can use them as coasters. So there's a blue jay, and I like that they're double-sided. That's kind of a nice feature too. So there's just a variety of these, and yeah, when I find items like this, I grab them. Like I said, it's spring. These items go over really well at markets. So there's just a variety. This one's one of my favorites. And these would look really nice in grab-and-go bags too. Then someone else can take them to craft with. The market I'm doing at the end of this month is the Hobnob Hoopla Market. And that market is a vintage and makers market. So I will have a mix of both items there. And then this is the last item that I'm going to show you that I got from my haul yesterday. This is in probably a vintage book. I didn't even really look these up. I just liked the cover of them. I knew that I could make a good journal out of this. I'll gut the book and I'll repurpose the pages too. So there's that. And then also another thing that you can do too, if you don't want to make journals, or you can buy if you don't want to, sometimes it's hard to find them, but these make really good staging props, as is on your bookshelf for home decor. So that's another option with those. And the final thing I'll show you, I didn't show you, I have a whole loot of fabric and dollies, and I have so much I'm going to do with these, but this was my favorite find out of the whole haul. Some of these will be coffee stained or dyed, whatever you want to call it. I love the detail on this. If you would have told me 10 years ago I'd be working with dollies, I would have told you were crazy, but they do blend nicely with my theme, and they're actually really, really fun to use, and I appreciate the craft. There's a lot of work that goes into these. These are really neat. These are like fish dollies. I don't know, I've never even seen anything like this, but I thought those were so cool. There's quite a few of these in this lot. So yeah, like I said, she gave me a bundle deal on all these, and I was super appreciative of that. And then, like I said, I have a whole bag of just different sizes. Oh, these are super cool. Look at these. I didn't even know these were in here. Oh my goodness. Those are so cool. What are these, little cloth coasters? So neat. They look kind of almost... Let me see. I'm not really sure. But I love the detail. Okay, so there's those. Oh, and then these, I liked how these were, like I said, they're all different sizes. I thought that one was super pretty. And see how it looks pretty even just draped over the book? And you could tie it up with jute twine. There's just so much. The possibilities really are endless. And then just because I'm right by that bag, my mom actually found this to show me, and she thought it was lace at first because it was under in a box, and I'm like, oh no. I was like, but what is that? Is that embossed? And so it's this just really pretty embossed fabric, and I'm going to use these for some of my journal covers. I love it. This is kind of like an old art, and you don't see it too much anymore, but I'm definitely going to put this to good use, and it'll be really, really pretty. And then I did not get this at this rummage sale, but I did get some of this vintage jewelry at an estate sale last month, at the end of the month, I think it was. And I was just kind of going through it, and all of this is going to be coming to the Hobnob Hoopla Market, and I'm just super excited to get back to selling the vintage jewelry also. So, these are so cool. I don't even know what era these are, but they're literally cloth. And I don't know. Do those look 40s? I really don't know. I'd have to do a little bit of research, but they're super cool and dainty. And then there's these, which I just think are adorable. And there's just so much awesome stuff. Oh, these are super cute too. So totally spring, right? I mean, you can't get any more spring than that. I love yellow. So pretty. So there's that. This is kind of cool. I mean, not that I would use it, but somebody would appreciate it. Super cool little Zippo case. And then I like these. I don't find these as much as I would like, but these are these little retro vintage brooches. And then people make stuff with these. There's a lot of like wreaths and just different crafts you can make out of those types of brooches. It's like this one too. This is almost like 3D. Super cool. And then, yeah, so what you would do, I seen a tutorial on this once, is they used like a foam craft ring, and then they actually pinned these into it all the way around. So it'd really actually be simple, but it'd be kind of pricey unless you found like a really good bulk deal on different brooches. But you could even use ones that were broken, like some of the beads missing or something, because you wouldn't really notice that in a wreath unless there was a lot missing. But yeah, so there's that. So pretty much I just showed you some of my haul from yesterday, and I'm just working away for the market, and most of this stuff is going to be available at the Hobnob Hoopla Market. Thank you guys for being on. I'll be adding a YouTube video tomorrow for my Simple Sunday series. So if you're not following us yet, that's Northern Vintage Decor on YouTube. And I hope you have a great weekend. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.